Hello, YouTube. RAPTall back here with another battle. This time my opponent is KagelX. This is a very fun match, and yeah, I don't really have too much else to say about it. I have this and another match that I had on the same day, I think yesterday, Wednesday. Both of them were actually super close, came down to a 1-0, and both of them ended with my same last poke, so you'll kind of have to see how this one ends and how the next one ends. So anyway, looking at his team, I'm going to decide, you know what, I'm going to start out with my Garchomp, and I can't remember if I just go straight for Earthquake or if I actually... No, I just go for the Stealth Rock, expecting a switch. And at this point, I'm thinking, well, I don't think there's a whole lot Chandelure can do to me, so I don't think it usually runs HP Ice. I'm like, well, I'll just go for an Earthquake. So it goes for Energy Ball. I don't know if that was predicting a switch or what, but it only does like 100 points of damage, and I'm able to take it out with a super effective Earthquake. So right away, we are winning 6-5. And this is a Sun team. Now, when I saw the Sun team, I'm thinking, Garchomp is a good bet. He resists fire and all that stuff and is able to do fun things. Now, I did go for the Dragon Tail instead of the Earthquake. I guess there was no real reason for me to do that. I could have just gone for Earthquake and probably killed it. You know what? I think what it was, I was actually expecting some sort of status on it. And because of the Will-O-Wisp, I'm like, well, it might not do enough damage. So I'll just go for the Dragon Tail. Now I'm fearing the Ice Beam because it's usually what they do, but it goes for the Surf. Now, using Surf on a Sun team seems a little silly to me. I mean, it's not very effective against Minotauri, and it's weakened because of Sunny Day, so it does crap for damage. And then it goes for the Fire Blast, and I was just like, what? This is, I think, the first time I've battled against the Slowbro Slowking that's had Fire Blast, but I guess, it actually makes sense with all the Ferrothorns and stuff running around this day. It's kind of a smart idea. Now, I think I go for the Volt Switch. Yeah, I go for the Volt Switch. Because nothing on his team has the ground typing, so I can go into it. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I can go into Cloister. I can get up a Shell Smash, and I should be able to survive a hit because this thing is physical. And as soon as I hit Shell Smash, I take my face, I take my palm, and I face palm. Because I'm like, oh, wow, that was stupid as stupid. This thing has the chlorophyll ability. I'm still going to be slower. So that was a kind of a dough moment on my part. I mean, yeah, so Cloister does absolutely nothing. I could have just gone straight for the Icicle Spear, killed it off, and then this wouldn't have happened. It gets a freaking crit on my Garchomp. I was so angry when I saw that. I'm like, are you serious? That should not happen. That is not freaking fair. So my Garchomp would have been mostly at full health, and, well, I mean, it wouldn't have even come out because the Cloister would have killed the damn thing. So that was just stupid on my part. I decided to just go for the EQ here. Thinking we might overpredict instead of attacking me, go for a status move or something like that. But alas, doesn't happen. If I didn't get the crit on me too, I might have been able to live that. But it is what it is. What are you going to do about it, son? So just go back into Sparky here, and I decided to go for the T-Bolt instead of the Volt Switch, thinking, I think I don't know what I want to do. I want to just kind of do as much damage as I can in case he wants to bring something else out. And, I kind of look at team previews when the match starts, which really I'm just looking for certain things, like does he have a Ghost on his team? Does he have a Ground type on his team? Does all that kind of stuff. So that way I can kind of plan accordingly. But besides that, I don't really pay too much attention. So, Meganiums, a lot of them are Cedars and stuff like that. And Leaf Guard, I actually didn't really pay attention in the battle. I don't know what that does, if it just like blocks status moves. I think it blocks status moves. Maybe that's it. So he gets a freaking crit. And this is, I'm just getting crits against me, which are not very fun. I decide, well, I can Roost up, a crit, especially after I go for the Roost, I'll remove my Flying type, so it's not going to do a whole lot anyway. And because of that, I should be able to Roost up twice and kind of just go from there. Knowing that he's not going to be able to do much, he is just going to switch out into his Big Red. And what do? Oh, I go for the Cosmic Power, thinking I can survive another HP Ice even if I don't Roost. So at this point, I'm like, maybe I can survive. I don't know. So I do survive a wild charge. I'm like, okay, just go for the roost, go for the roost. And it does roughly half my HP, and I'm able to roost off half my HP. And because of wild charge, recoil, and his life orb, he's getting a crap ton of damage done to himself. So, it's kind of a losing battle on my part, sort of, kind of, depending on min-max damage. I don't know how it's going to work. But goes for the second wild charge, did me like 4 damage more, like, where I ended up than last time. So, I mean, okay, I can probably go for this, but he switches it up, goes for a Flare Blitz, and because it's stab, because it's sun boosted, even though it's not super effective, it's going to be able to kill me off that time. So, whatever. But at the same time, his Big Red is going to go down on its own, and he goes back, sends out his Meganium. Now, I think I just go for the Flamethrower here. Yeah, I just go for the Flamethrower because I know it's going to be able to take this thing out, and I believe he only has 2 Pokemon left. He has this and his Slowking. Yeah, that sounds right. So I figure, okay, I have this in my Nidoking left. I can just lock myself in a Flamethrower, take this guy out, kind of just leave it in as fodder against the Slowking, because, I mean, I'm not really, or not Slowking, Slowbro. And so I just kind of keep going for the Flamethrower. I mean, it's usually more physically bulky. It does a nice little chunk. It is, in the sun, so it does more at least than Leftovers is doing recovery-wise. So I'm thinking, whatever, I'm just going to go for it, and it ends up bringing him down to just a little under, or a little over half HP. And I know because of that, I'm going to be able to go into my Nidoking here, outspeed, because Slowbro is slow as balls, and win the game. So this is going to be a very close 1-0 victory. Nidoking wins the game for me, because he's freaking awesome, and I love him. So there you go, guys. That is going to be the game for today. Like I said, my opponent is Kagel. Oh, no, he has this thing. Whoops, totally forgot. I guess it doesn't really matter because, of course, I'm Life Orbed. I'm not Scarfed. Although, at that HP, even if I was Scarfed, I'd probably kill it. Anywho, so that's the game. Good game, KagelX. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, rate, sub. I'll catch you later. And I have another game which I'll try and get up sometime soon. Peace.